We've all waited long enough to get here. It's time for some football as we welcome you to the NFL on EA Sports. Two of the NFL's final unbeatens putting their records on the line against each other as we're underway. This return starts at the 5. He's got a lane up past the 30. And he's well across the 45, almost all the way to midfield before going out.
I'll tell you what, as a quarterback, you sure appreciate a run back like that to begin a ball game. It makes your life a lot easier, and they're going to be set up with really good field position to get things going.
So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. On the ground, Brown. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Throwing from the gun. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
Third down, Broncos loading up that secondary. They're in the dime here. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Offense still staying out after the incompletion. They're going to try on 4th. On the handoff, this is Brown. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
That's a pretty clear plan of attack by the back from the very start. Found the lane quickly, didn't hesitate, knew exactly what he needed to get past the marker.
To the air now on 1st and 10. Completed over the middle. And he runs this to the 25 before being brought down. The end result there, 15 yards and a 1st.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted him. They wanted him on a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
Back to pass on 1st and 10. Hits him on the in route. And he has it down officially to the red zone at the 20.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
2nd and 6 coming up here. He's going to throw this one. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. There he goes on the right side. At the 20. And he's going to go. It's a pick 6. So we start our game off with a touchdown, Brock, but not on the side of the scoreboard that we were expecting.
Yeah, first drive on defense, the goal is to get off the field, maybe even flip the field with field position. But to score points yourself, that's It's not something they honestly considered too much. That is until he started that return, baby. And they saw things lining up perfectly for it to happen.
That one splits the uprights. And the Broncos will jump out to a 7-0 lead. A quick chance at redemption after that pick six as it's sent away. Has this at the 6. He's popped at the end of that one. Painful end to a real solid return there. First and 10 now from the 30. Back to the air following the pick six. Short pass brought in. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable. It creates space to take that shot downfield.
After a good pickup, they're set up with second and short. Now it's Brown. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Well, looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a third down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you can recycle it. Save it for later for that next third down coming.
They'll head up first and 10 from the 42. Here's a throw. That's incomplete left side.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. Throwing now from the gun. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. And he takes this one back for the pick six. Second time he's had an errant throw taken back for 6 in this half, Brock. As a quarterback, how do you come back from this knowing there's so much game left?
How do you come back from it, or how do your family and friends come back from it? I know as I get older, I think about them more and more. As a competitor, you're just going to grit your teeth and do what you can. But for the loved ones following, that's a tough second pick six to watch.
That one right down the middle. And the Broncos drive out to an early 14-0 lead. Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick six. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. First and 10. Look at this. The wideout gets it to start this drive. And the defense not caught off guard at all. They track him down after a small gain.
This is one of those real modest gains, Kate, that I like as a call. Adds just a little more variety to your playbook. Makes that defense wonder. Those guys on the other side of the ball think a little bit. This dude's not just a receiver. He may get in the run game as well.
Second and 8. Outright, Leggett makes the ground. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. That's a pickup of 9. And it brings up an LA first down. New slated downs to approach here from the 40. Going with Brown on the ground. What a hit. He gets flattened to the ground. No gain there that time, and it's second and 10.
Where one defender failed, well, his buddy was there to swarm to the ball and make that play just as it gets to the line of scrimmage.
Second and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Pass play now. That's complete. Here's Brown.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
That's the end of our first quarter. 3 more to go still on Monday night. Our score, 14-0. More of the NFL on EA Sports right after this. We're back and all set for the second quarter. Charger football. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. Setting up a throw. On the move, past the 40. And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
And they bring him down. Looks like he got it to the 27.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. And 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. From the 27. Completed to his running back. And he's going to be taken down near the 8-yard line. They get 19, and now they're going to have 1st and goal.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
Brown on the carry. And a couple of teammates combining there for the stop after just 1 yard.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
8 yards to go as they get set on 2nd and goal. Here's Brown again. And he runs this one in. Touchdown, Los Angeles! The Chargers start to fight back with their first points of this game. They kept it on the ground as opposed to airing it out, and that time, well, Brock, the ground game paid off.
Well, these great rushing attacks down here that could score rushing touchdowns, it takes the whole party getting involved. Yeah, the burst of the running back was tremendous. How about the launch of his blockers right off the line of scrimmage? That's a touchdown the entire way, and it took the entire group offensively.
That's up and through for the point after. And the Chargers chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a 1-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Return coming from the 6. He's got a lane up past the 30. And it's a nice return here. They'll tackle him shy of the 35. Ball at the 33 for 1st down. Give now to the running back. And he's caught after a gain of about 2. Stopping that play, Trenton Simpson. He gets a couple on 1st, and they'll come up 2nd and 8.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Shotgun snap to Nix. That one's complete over the middle. And what a hit there. Ouch, she faced the price for moving the chains that time.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
1st and 10, ball set up at the 48. Running this one left. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a 1st down.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great block in the spring of guys hitting blocks downfield and a back who can show off his wheels.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Now the first run of the game for Javonte Williams. And they'll get it down for a solid gain to about the 37. Halfway there on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you're going to be a Pro Bowler.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Lone back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And that's good for a gain of 5. Chopping that play, Trenton Simpson. It's a gain of 5, and he's just short. So that's 3rd and less than a yard.
Fans love the long ball in baseball. It's like they got the home run derby, but you know what? Talk to managers, and they will tell you small ball can win too. Singles and doubles, you add them up, you can win a lot of baseball games. Football coaches will tell you get runs of that length. It may not be a home run, it may not score points, but it can do some serious damage.
One yard, all that's needed. This is 3rd and inches. Nick's looking to throw. That's caught for the first. And he's down inside the red zone before hitting the deck. It's a gain of 12 there. And that'll be good for a Denver first.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
A new set of downs awaits him. Here's 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's able to push this down to the 12. Pickup of 8 on the run, and that sets up 2nd and 2.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine, and that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost when he busts those tackles.
And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
They'll try and punch it in. Is across the line for the Denver touchdown. The Broncos will add to their lead at the end of the half. For the offense, you gotta love it, Brock. Points to begin the game as he runs it in for an opening drive touchdown.
And you've got one very happy running back right over there on the sideline right now. These backs, they do feel the pressure to find the end zone every single week. It's not easy to do. But to do it this early and get out of the way, big time.
Lutz there to tack on the extra point. And the Broncos double their lead to 14. Here's Lutz set to kick this away. Kickoff taken at the 3. He stopped on the return at the 27. They've got 1st and 10, Brock, but time for maybe 2 plays at most if they even want to try anything. Looking to throw. Looking slant route complete. And he'll get it up to the 44. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken. All right, this is going to be the play that takes us to halftime. Throwing it just before halftime. locates Adonai Mitchell. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. That's halftime of this contest. We'll join both teams in taking a short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports in just a moment. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate Scott, Brock Heward with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. Here's a return from the 7. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Hand off to the back. And it's a nice little chunk here, 6 yards. Making the stop that time, Nick Cross. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
Here's a give up the middle. And they crush him right near the marker. It looks close, but yep, Brock, I think he safely got that 1st down before the hit.
Ooh, I like that. I really like that execution to move the chains. Now that 3rd down call that they had ready, well, they could stick it right back in their pocket for a later occasion.
On 1st and 10, here's Nix. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains. New set of downs for him at the 38. They'll run here on 1st down. And the push forward doesn't get beyond the line. Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah there to bring him down. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
Made it all look so simple, didn't he? That linebacker sorting right through the traffic, finding the runner. That's instincts come to life.
Second and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. They give it to him again. And he ranges forward to the 31 before they bring him down. 7 yards on the carry. Now they've got 3rd and 3.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Another carry for him. And he's brought down for a loss.
If only this defense could look like that on every play, Kate. They were angry, motivated, focused. And they took that anger out on him and this offense, forcing a 4th down.
And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that makes this a 3-score game.
A lot of them may make it look automatic, but you get this deep, and those field goals are far from a certainty. It took all his concentration, every bit of his strength, to send that puppy through.
Starting from the 5. And he gets crunched by a big hit right at the 25 to end that return. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Now a shotgun handoff to Brown. And they're all over him again. He's dropped at the line of scrimmage. No progress on first down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10. Throwing from the gun here. Oh, brother, it's another interception. And it's a touchdown as he brings it back for the pick six. That pick six ought to spell the end to any potential comeback we might have seen out of him, Brock. This deficit might be just too much to come back from.
Yeah, if there was any hope left, they sure could have used some points. And they're going to have to get points now in a hurry. And that's for an offense who just threw the interception. Heading right back out there, you better flush it fast.
A quick chance at redemption after that pick six as it's sent away. Fielded at the 7. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Getting right back to it after that interception. This is reeled in by Leggett. And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. Tackle made by Chris Abrams-Drain.
That's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
McBride hauls it in. Pickup of 12 on that play. And the Chargers will have a 1st.
Gosh, I really like this receiver on that drag route in particular. Why? Because he's a guy that creates after the catch. They don't close quickly. He can take it to the house.
That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour. And there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
Second and 10 now. Into traffic, complete. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. Offense in the hurry up here. From the gun, a give to Brown. And he's able to manage a couple on that run.
They got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. From the 37. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes. And your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time, well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
They'll throw on 3rd and long. Has him on the quick hitter. And he gets down to the 24 before he stopped. Only 1 quarter remains in our final game of the week. That's the end of the 3rd. The Chargers have it to start the 4th in a game that seems pretty far out of reach. Offense set for a 1st and 10. Now looking to throw. He's got him. That's McBride. And he'll go down here at the 16. Straight ahead, it's Brown. And he takes a shot near the marker, but it looks like he still has enough for that 1st down.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that 1st down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. And I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
come up 1st and 10. Throwing from the gun. His throw is caught. And he drives this forward to the 6. Offense up to the line fast. Brown on the inside give. And they'll make this stop after a small push to the 5. Only a yard on the pickup, so that's going to bring them to 3rd down and 3. Oh, surprise gift to the receiver near the goal line. And he runs it across. Touchdown. The Chargers putting up points in a game decided. Xavier Leggett with the touchdown. Wow, how about the timing on that call? They catch him off guard, and it's an easy score on that wide receiver run.
That's exactly right. They crossed up the defense there, busted some tendencies. What a great call, and what great vision as a ball carrier. You don't always see that from wide receivers. That is a job well done.
Nothing doing on that 2-point opportunity. A fail on the conversion. Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. He'll take this at the 10. His return makes it up to the 25. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Trying the right side. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
I talked to a bunch of different GMs, Kate, especially around draft time, and they all say the same thing. Linebackers are so hard to find. It's hard to transition from the college game that's in so much space to this game where you've got to play in a phone booth, yet have that explosiveness to chase a play on the outside down like that linebacker just did.
And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. It's a gain of 3 after the loss, but still 3rd and 8 to work with. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. 2 yards on that run. That's going to bring up 4th and 6. Here comes the Broncos punting unit. And this somehow is only going to be our first punt of the game. We reach the 2-minute warning from Orlando. Broncos about to move to a perfect 5-0 this season. They're out now, ready to punt it. And thankfully, he hasn't been needed until the final quarter. Only needed once last week in the win, and he matches that total here. And a fair catch made without incident, just inside the 25. So no return on that punt. And they're going to take over possession. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. Has a man, it's Brown. And they crush him right near the marker. Looks close, but yep, Brock, I think he safely got that first down before the hit.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down. Now they'll throw out of the gun. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Part of what's earned him status, Brock, is one of the league's better tight ends. Are those hands, right? His dependable hands. So shouts to the defense there because he wasn't able to hang on that time.
Kate, it's one thing for these defenders to separate a receiver from the ball, but to do so on a stud tight end, that's big time. There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here. Throwing now from the gun. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Trying to find Trey McBride. And now they're staring at 4th and long. They haven't found it easy to score in this one, Brock, and physicality just like that, a big reason why.
And it usually is, Kate. I love defensive coordinators when they say, hey, it's not just what you see, it's what you hear. And you could hear the physicality of that knocking the ball loose.
And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. That's their first. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. First down now, ball at the 39-yard line. They are throwing it again. Catch is made down the right sideline. And he's down inside the red zone before hitting the deck. LA uses a timeout here. It's second. Still one more in their pocket to use. The drive picks up here, 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. He completes it in traffic. And he's brought down a little short. No, actually they do give him the 10-yard line. The Chargers call a timeout. That's their last one. And now they're powerless to stop that clock with a timeout at least. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. They'll throw it again. The shot to the end zone is incomplete.
Quarterbacks, well, they're a lot like sharpshooters in the NBA. Sometimes they're just going to miss. You got to shake it off and keep on firing.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Trying to throw here out of the gun. And he finds him in the end zone for an LA touchdown. The Chargers get it back to within 2 possessions. Trey McBride, the touchdown. When you reach the status that he has around the league, Brock, well, we all at this point expect him to be making plays like this when he's targeted down near the end zone.
Yeah, I think the best thing I can say about this dude is he makes it look easy a lot of the time. And this game, trust me, is never easy. It speaks to how well he plays this position.
And he goes down, the pressure gets home, and they will not take another 2 off that lead. Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. And this one will not make it to the landing zone. So the same as it going out of bounds now. This is going to come out to the 40-yard line. Here's the one back on the handoff. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.